you ever come across a clip on the internet that made your stomach fall and your heart jump into your throat? Then you know what real panic feels like. A word of caution: these top 10 scary videos are causing panic online. Number 10. Partial collapse. During a soccer game in the Netherlands, which I acknowledge is called football everywhere outside of North America, fans were cheering on this soccer club when a nightmare unfolded. Not only did the opposing team win, but their victory sent the lower section of one stand to collapse. Around 35 people were on the stand when the scary catastrophe occurred, causing onlookers to fear that some fans might be hurt, but it seems no one was. In fact, they just kept cheering. One broadcaster noted that a container beneath the stand prevented serious destruction. Although a bit shocked, the audience was able to recover from the incident and go on their merry way. An investigation further into the matter is underway. There's no doubt in my mind that container saved many lives. Number 9. Bathroom encounter. This video is from around 2014 and was filmed in Singapore. A man who is in a mall bathroom apparently becomes startled enough to begin recording, hopefully out of fear for his safety. He's listening for the noise again when he pans the camera up, only to see a pale ghost-like figure hanging from the roof. It's enough to startle him as the camera drops down and the man is clearly terrified. What exactly that figure was remains a mystery. The encounter is truly scary in my opinion, and years later it continues to cause panic online. Before we go any further, let's talk about this video's sponsor, Shudder. What's better on a chilly fall night than curling up in front of the TV for a great scary movie? And nobody has a better collection of horror, thriller, and the supernatural than Shudder. The best streaming service for horror. Shudder is the exclusive home for found footage hit VHS 94, a Shudder original. Binge the latest seasons of Creepshow and Slasher, both exclusively on Shudder, where you'll have unlimited access to stream ad-free on all your favorite devices. Shudder has a unique collection of exclusive and original films and series, including supernatural frights, edge-of-your-seat thrillers, and shocking videos on every movie. Since I'm such a big fan of the horror genre, I love Shudder. They always have something scary for me to watch. Specifically, I always liked found footage movies, and they have a massive selection. I'd recommend checking out the McPherson tape. So get started streaming the best horror, thriller, and supernatural content. Shudder's expertly curated collection includes must-see titles like Vicious Fun, The Mortuary Collection, and PG Psycho Gourmet, plus all the best horror documentaries and the hit Creepshow TV series from executive producer Greg Nicotero of The Walking Dead. To try Shudder free for 30 days, go to shudder.com and use promo code CHILLS. Number 8. Poltergeist vs. Cat. If you're about to blame some nighttime mischief on your pet, hold off for a hot minute and watch this. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit, Barton writes that his cat has been knocking things over at night for the past few weeks and waking them up, which is unlike him because he's a quiet cat during the day. So they set up a surveillance camera to try and catch him in the act. This is what they found. The first segment shows something flying from the leaves of this flower on the table, but we know it's not the cat because he passes by the couch to the left. Later, as the cat is sitting on the couch, a dish towel falls from the fridge, then an object is heard moving in the kitchen, and a close-up reveals the thing jiggling on its own on the counter. At the same time, a strange shadow appears on the front of the counter, although it's not clear if it's the cat being alerted to the sound or something else. Soon after, another object falls loudly from the countertop, thus we cannot see too well, nor do we know where the cat is. Then, after a strange orb moves through the scene, something Ghost Narrator subreddit. Lucky1196 is wondering, this Redditor wrote, any guesses? Let's take a look. The mysterious video shows an amorphous blob of light in the sky. Somehow it looks solid and liquid, white and glowing against the white cloud background. The blob floats away from the pair while they wonder aloud at what it might be. Is this an unknown flying object, or as one Redditor suggests, just a weather balloon? I don't know if we'll ever know for sure. Number 6, Mount Pleasant Ghost. If you have any doubt about the existence of poltergeists, this pair of videos will help put them to rest. The first was published by Tommy Wells in June of 2011. Filmed in Mount Pleasant, Tennessee, it turns out this poltergeist is not so pleasant. The first clip shows little Christina's birthday party. After singing happy birthday, blowing out the candles, and starting to cut the cake, suddenly the faucet turns on full blast by itself.
You like a bicycle setting after your birthday?
Oh God, Tommy, it's gonna start again.
The family is afraid that it is going to start again and mess things up for everybody, but they're not sure exactly how it's going to happen. One of the adults shut off the faucet as another corralled the kids toward another room. Then things do start again. Pots and pans are projectiled from an upper cupboard, while the drawers open and close aggressively. One comes completely off its hinges and falls on the floor. As if that weren't enough to convince you, in a second clip posted in November of 2013 by Bill Gursky, the owner says that things keep moving around the house. As he's talking about eating a pomegranate, the bowl he sets out on the counter has moved. He continues, stepping away from the counter, and over his shoulder, the bowl falls completely off the counter and onto the floor.
I'm kind of losing it here. Holy shit.
Security cameras around his home also show doors opening and closing on their own, a cushion falling off a piano bench, sheet music flying off the piano stand, sheet by sheet, and again the closet door opening and closing. Now, do you believe? Number 5, Haunted Pet Shop. This place just might be haunted by something nefarious. Published by Humboldt Pet Supply in October of 2018, the store's security camera footage reveals a series of creepy incidents that cannot be explained. The first involves a package falling off a shelf on its own. The shop attendant continues to shelve items and then heads over to put the package back. A moment later, after she walks away, the package falls from the shelf again. This time it also moves across the floor a bit on its own. Another clip shows a cat named Diego pacing the shop. An incongruent shadow cat appears in the light from the doorway. There don't appear to be any other cats in the store but the real and the shadow one. In a third clip, another package falls from its place and moves strangely across the floor. It drifts slowly until it catches Diego, the cat's attention. As the cat approaches attentively, the package moves, causing Diego to jump. The cat pauses it for a second before he decides he wants nothing to do with this. The package continues across the floor on its own. Is this perhaps the shadow cat playing around with the real one? Seems pretty catty to me. Number 4, Crypt Keeper. If you were a fan of Tales from the Crypt, this scary video is right up your alley. Published by Proving Demons in October of 2021, this video welcomes you to the land of the no longer living. When they arrive on site, the first thing that greets them is a cemetery.
There's a cemetery here.
Navigating through brambles down to a lower entrance, they arrive at a barbed wire fence. It's clear that the owners didn't want anyone getting in here. They have to walk through the barbed wire to get to the door. Having traveled 5 hours to explore the site, please find it to be open. At last, they arrive at the door and are thankfully able to open it. Wandering through the old church, they encounter several crypts. More open crypts and coffins are found at the end of the hallway. While well water floods the floor, a human skull is in one open coffin and there's human hair still on it.
ass rotting with rain in there.
As he's prodding the skull head, they think they hear something down the hallway. Examining the skull more closely, you can see it still has human hair and teeth. As they're talking about how it felt like someone was walking behind them, someone shushes them from what sounds like the corner of the room.
Somebody just shh us.
It seems this team of urban explorers has disturbed the peace. All I know is I would never be going back to that place. Number 3. Richmond Brothers Factory. The Urbex crew explores the abandoned Richmond Brother factory in this scary video. Operations ceased in the creepy factory nearly 3 decades ago, but it's been around since 1917, which means that many souls have passed through these halls. Let's see if we can find any. Published by Urbex Hill in December of 2020, the journey begins as he enters the derelict building. While he's casing the joint, he passes through one room and crosses a doorway. Caught by some viewers, a shadow falls over the light, peering in from the windows beyond, suggesting that maybe he's not alone. Well, this isn't the only creepy thing about the place. It does have some viewers panicking. Get out of this place while you still can. Number 2. Abandoned Lechtworth Village. If you have a chance to visit a former institute, don't. Published by Steve Ronan in October of 2021, this pair of scary videos will send you running for the hills. In the first video, Ronan talks about how Lechtworth is where unethical testing was done on patients. When journalists exposed this, the place was shut down. As he's putting on some gear later, he hears someone near. He thinks it's Mo. Doesn't seem to be the crew.
Hey, someone else has to come with me because I legit heard something. You okay?
They think it came from an adjacent room. The paranormal activity ramps up when one of the crew thinks he saw a person. They are later walking down a hallway when a door either opens or closes behind them.
There's someone or something walking outside.
Catch the sound on 2 separate cameras. As they continue moving through Lechtworth, a sound like a rock being thrown occurs to their left.
What the
They then attempt to open the doors ahead and something shuts the door on one of them. To the spirits, asking them to come in contact again, and the spirits answer in kind.
That was your way of making contact with us. Can you do it again?
No! They race down the hallway, fleeing for their lives, but before they do, they look in this room one more time. Finding it empty again, something starts banging loudly and repeatedly in the dark hallway. Still nothing to be seen. As they're heading to the stairs toward the creepy basement, a creaky door is heard opening and closing. In the team's second video, they explore the basement however, is just as creepy as the floor above. They attempt to speak with the demons using a phone EVP. As they're communicating, another bang is heard behind them. When they start challenging the demons to slam a door shut, things get a little crazy. I mean, he saw the door shake a little. Soon starts to get woozy. Pale-faced, Mo says he feels dizzy and lightheaded and so sits down for a moment. They're heading down the stairs when Mo gets dizzy again and falls to the ground. Later he is not being himself and becomes aggressive with the rest of the crew.
I don't know, man. Just be careful.
Has Mo become possessed? Guess that's what happens when you start challenging demon nice-sized bass off the shore of the pond. As he's reeling in his prize, the fish flops around, and Cameron takes a step closer to the water to pull it up by the string. He stands near the water's edge, unhooking his catch. As he does, you can see ripples growing on the pond in the distance behind him. The bass back in, catch and release style, as the ripples grow. When Cameron finally looks down into the water, he springs back quickly. What did he see in there? An alligator approaches. A truly terrifying moment in my opinion. He's lucky he looked up at this moment, or it might have been the last thing he ever saw.
Alligator just came right behind me. I got so scared.
Do you have someone to watch this video with? Well, gather whoever you can, because these top 10 scary videos are way too scary to watch alone.